Guys, welcome back to another video. As you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be explaining how I went from Democrat to Republican. So I think I kind of got into politics, I want to say about 2 years ago. And then you're probably wondering, like, well, how are you a Democrat? I just know. Trust me, I just know. So whenever I started developing like these opinions, these Democratic opinions in my mind, I was really probably in 7th grade. I think it all started in 7th grade. And I think what started all of that and kind of made me think like a Democrat was the people I hung around. So I feel like if your whole family are Democrats, you're more than likely to be a Democrat. It's not just because you're following what they're following. It's because that's like how you're raised, and you're following what they're saying, and you love those people, you trust those people, so you trust things that they say. So I loved and trusted the people that I was around, not my family. Majority of my family are Republicans. Majority of the people that I hung around in school with were Democrats. So, when you're younger, you have influences, that you look up to also. But I didn't pay attention to that. I paid attention to my friends. I paid attention to, what does this girl that's my best friend think? What does this boy think of Trump? What does, this boy think of police? My boyfriend at the time got in trouble with police and stuff, and I hated the police. It's someone I love that doesn't like police, so I don't like police. And you have this like really ignorant mindset, and that's why the media is ran by Democrats, because it's all these little kids on social media thinking that they know everything, and they really don't. This doesn't go for every kid watching me right now, but it really is a lot of kids that think in the Democratic way that run the media. Honestly, like, look at TikTok, for example. All the people that hate in the comments are usually little kids, and usually think like a Democrat. It's just facts. But anyway, so all my friends at the time, not all of them, but majority of my friends, and a guy that I talked to and stuff, didn't like the police. Kids my age at that time, sorry guys, I have like really bad allergies, like super bad allergies, Lord, because I have a horse and I'm very allergic to the horse. So yeah, that's why I'm talking funny and my voice is a little deeper, because I sound crazy right now. My allergies are terrible. I'm trying so hard not to sneeze. But anyway, so yeah, I just hung around the wrong people. If they said F12, I'm saying F12. If I see my friends taking a picture on Snapchat of police lights, and it doesn't even have to be them getting pulled over, it could be on the whole other side of the road, they would take a picture of a police car and say F12. So I started doing that, and I was just so ignorant and stupid and dumb. Yeah. But basically, like, what I would do is I would say F12, I hate Trump. And if you were to ask me any of Trump's policies or why exactly I hate the police, I would give you I don't know answer, or I can't tell you, or I just do because I don't like them, or they're mean, like stupid answers. And a lot of people that hate Trump literally just give you the answer like, why don't you like Trump? Oh, because he is stupid. Oh, because he's racist. Oh, because this, that. Have your own opinion, that is totally fine. But Democrats usually can't back themselves up with factual information. They just speak with their feelings, really. But I got homeschooled and I started doing my research. I started watching the news, And back then I would not watch the news. I'd be like, the news is so boring, I hate the news. I would literally just see headlines on Instagram and Facebook. I would never watch the news. I actually started watching it. I started doing my research on Trump and seeing his policies and what he wants to do. I started doing my researches on, you know, 2 years ago, I didn't even know the difference from Republican and Democrat. And I did my research on that. Like I said, majority of my family are Republicans, but I didn't say, okay, I'm a Republican because all my family is. And I had this talk with my family and I was like, what am I, like a Republican or Democrat? And they were like, you're more than likely a Republican. And I was like, well, you can't like decide that, you know, like I'm gonna have to decide if I'm a Republican or Democrat. And at that time I was a Democrat, looking back. And then I did my research and I looked at the differences and I watched videos, you know, all that good stuff, and I came to the realization that I'm a Republican and I don't think how Democrats think, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that I'm racist. That doesn't mean that I'm a white supremacist. That doesn't mean, you know, all these terrible things that people say to me and my boyfriend. Because he's black, he can't be a Republican. That makes him whitewashed. I think that is just sickening for someone to say, especially coming from the black community that's, you know, all for black people. I think that's just ridiculous and actually really funny. But I'm gonna actually make another video talking about BLM, why I don't support it. Might have my boyfriend in it. I think it's better for us to make separate videos because a lot of people say that whenever we make videos together that I'm cutting him off or I'm not letting him say what he truly wants to say. That's a lie, but I respect what you guys say, and I think I agree with you guys. I need to make my separate videos. Of course we're gonna make videos together, but I think when it comes to anything political or BLM or anything like that, it needs to be separate so you guys, you know, hear both of our voices. You know, even if he were to think differently than me, that's totally fine. I still love him. Would I think he's pretty stupid? Yeah, but you know, I love him no matter what. So I'm just happy that he thinks the way I do. But so going from Democrat to Republican was definitely hard because I lost a lot of friends that I didn't even know were Democrats. Like back then, I'm looking back at them like, oh my god, I should have knew better. But I was a Democrat too. Now when I say Democrat, I'm not saying like agreeing with all of their policies and supporting like Joe Biden and stuff. Like I didn't even know who Joe Biden was in middle school. When I say I was a Democrat, I'm talking about the strong opinionated Democrats in today's society, as in not liking police, standing up for BLM, what else? I said a couple other things I don't remember. Not liking Trump. It's just like a whole bunch of things that like put me in a category of being a Democrat more than a Republican. But you know, in middle school, like I just was not into politics whatsoever. I literally said just about 2 years ago I got into politics. But basically, I feel like me getting homeschooled, I just had a mind of my own. I started doing my research. I started watching like Caitlyn Bennett and Candace Owens. Now I do prefer Candace Owens over Caitlyn Bennett just because I feel like Caitlyn tries to I don't know, put herself in situations to where she probably shouldn't, but I do respect her because she proves people wrong. You know, I kind of think of her like myself. Like she'll go out and people will call her racist and flip her off, and then she'll be like, how? And they're speechless. They can't name one thing that she's said or done that's racist. So I just look at that and I'm just like, yeah, kind of the same. You can't name anything, but it's just funny. But yeah, I feel like if you're watching this and you're a Democrat and you're thinking of switching over to be a Republican, please do that. And if you're a Republican and you feel like you're more a Democrat, go for it. You know, of course I don't agree with Democrats really with anything. I can't really think of anything. But But yeah, I feel like a lot of people asked me, you know, why did you turn Republican? Like, you should have stayed a Democrat. Like, you were so much better as a Democrat. Firstly, you guys didn't know me. Secondly, I was so ignorant and uneducated. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like Democrats. I just think they're uneducated. They have their own opinion, and that's totally fine. I don't agree with it. Just like almost every Democrat thinks that, you know, Republicans, it's fine, they have their opinion, but they're racist and they're uneducated and they're stupid and they support Trump, which makes them even more racist and a white supremacist. And I'm just like, okay. Alrighty. But it's cool. I just want to share this with you guys. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And I'm not saying, before I get into this, I'm not saying that a Republican can't support BLM, but another thing that puts me in the category of being a Democrat, which more Democrats support the BLM movement, organization actually, and I would literally post on Facebook like arguing with family members. I remember this in particular conversation in my Nana's house, my grandmother's house, and we were in the kitchen and they were talking about how BLM is getting out of control, and like, I don't know if something happened, I don't remember, it was like a family issue or something, or maybe it was on the news, but I know my family was talking, it was years ago, that's why I don't remember, when I was in like probably 7th or 8th grade. And I remember we were in the kitchen and my family were talking about how they don't support BLM, they support, you know, All Lives Matter and stuff. And in my head I was like, you know, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter. Like, Black lives are in danger right now. We need to support, you know, Black lives. And that's how a lot of you Democrats are looking at me like, oh my god, Kayla, like, that's true. Like we do think like that, and that's what a lot of you guys are saying. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to save this for another video. My camera's about to die, and then I'll talk about how I don't support BLM and stuff. But I just can't believe I was ever a Democrat, and I'm so happy that I am now a Republican, and I'm glad that I could share this story with you guys. And yeah, you guys comment any other story time videos that you want to see, or any questions or anything you guys just want me to open up and talk about. I'm so open in doing that. Make sure to click the description, and I have my link tree, which has my OF, my Instagram. I want to figure out how to put my Snapchat in there. I don't know how to do that. I just do that separately. My Twitter and my TikTok and my YouTube and stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to comment video ideas for me, because I'm really slacking on making videos. But I think this is going to be like my new setup. I might put like, I don't know, something behind me. I just like sitting here. Yeah, hope you guys like the video. Bye.